Watch these two men in Iraq. They have no idea they're being hunted by a deadly UAV. It is following their every move, even recording them fire their weapons. They have no idea their insurgent activities have been spotted, and no idea the UAV operator thousands of miles away is about to fire a missile at them. It's what makes UAVs or drones a must-have for the military.
The real advantage of unmanned aerial systems is they allow you to project power without projecting vulnerability.
It is this power that has Secretary of Defense Robert Gates wanting more of them, and fast. General David Deptula is the Air Force muscle making it happen at the Pentagon.
In mid-2007, when the Secretary said, hey, we need to push it up, we responded.
Deptula is racing to keep pace, not just with his boss's demands, but battlefield needs. At Creech Air Force Base, they saw a surge in requests for drones from frontline commanders when they first put weapons on the Predator.
When we put Hellfire missiles on the Predator, now you've got these airplanes that are capable not only of providing the pictures, the full motion video that you need, but now they're also capable of taking out targets where there may not be any other assets available.
In Iraq and Afghanistan, drones have become so indispensable, missions get cancelled if they're not available. There are now more than 7,000 UAVs, ranging from the Air Force's lethal workhorse, the Predator, to the more powerful Reaper, which carries missiles and bombs, to a pantheon of army drones, including the tiny hand-launched Raven and the larger Shadow, and many, many more. In the space of a few years, a revolution has taken shape.
They're changing warriors' very experience. They're changing warriors' very identity. Another way of thinking about this is that humankind has had a 5,000-year-old monopoly on fighting wars, and that monopoly is broken down in our lifetime.
Singer was an advisor on Obama's campaign team and is a leading expert on robotic warfare. In his book, Wired for War, he offers accolades, but also worries drones make it too easy to go to war.
And we could be seeing that right now in the drone strikes into Pakistan, where by the raw numbers over the last year, we've carried out as many strikes as we did in the opening round of the Kosovo War. But we didn't debate about it in our Congress. We don't talk about it daily in our media.
Pakistani officials say drones are killing al-Qaeda leaders who thought they were hiding beyond US reach. But even the US government admits civilians are dying in those attacks too. Singer fears the use of drones is misunderstood as cowardice, undermining the effectiveness of the attacks, ultimately losing the war UAVs are fighting.
Last year, one of the most popular songs in Pakistani pop culture was a song whose lyrics talked about how America fights without honor. You face this challenge of, are you getting better and better at targeting leaders, but perhaps creating a context that creates more followers and maybe more recruits?
Taliban leader Mullah Omar's spokesman told us recently they are not afraid of drones because they don't fear death. But that's not what Deptula says he's hearing from Taliban foot soldiers.
I carry around this little quote that I just had declassified not too long ago. And it's between two Taliban leaders. Quote, tanks and armor are not a big deal. The planes are the killers.
Back at Creech Air Force Base in Nevada, in their darkened training rooms, they are critically aware an errant rocket is more than a battle lost. It's the war for perceptions.
The systems that we're using. In fact, of the over 600 Hellfires that have been fired from Predators, over 95% have hit exactly where they've been intended to hit. The less than 5% that haven't have generally been a result of a target moving at the last instant before impact or some sort of mechanical failure.
Singer calls them oops moments that in robotic warfare turn a computer glitch into a mass casualty event.
Last year in South Africa, an anti-aircraft cannon had a software glitch. It was supposed to fire upwards into the sky during a training exercise. Instead, it lowered and it fired in a circle. It killed 9 soldiers before it ran out of ammunition, all because of a software glitch.
But for the Air Force and the Army, who are also turning to robots, the gains more obviously outweigh the glitches. Hundreds, possibly thousands of servicemen and women have had legs and lives saved by bomb-detecting battle bots. Such savings are impossible to put a price on. At the Pentagon, that's what they have to do. Conservative estimates of fighting from home and putting robots into war has saved hundreds of millions of dollars. But the United States is at a crossroads.
There's no such thing as a permanent first mover advantage. The British came out of World War I with the most tanks. They'd invented the tank. And yet, they didn't figure out the best way to use it and the kind of wars that they would be fighting. And it was the Germans who figured that out. And the Germans are the ones who win with the tank when World War II starts.
It is a lesson not lost at the Pentagon. A few months ago, an Iranian UAV was shot down over Iraq. An estimated 40 or more countries, including China, Russia and Pakistan, are also developing drones. Even Hezbollah, not a state but a political movement, has used them against Israel. No one feels the urgency of staying ahead of the competition more than the drone teams at Creech Air Force Base.
Right now, we're hanging on to everybody in this system. We've mobilized the Air National Guard, mobilized reservists. If you are assigned to Creech right now, we don't allow you to move out.
Expansion has been so fast, the Air Force is creaking under the demand. Supply of Predators is outstripping the Air Force's ability to find pilots.
The demand upon the amount of unmanned aerial vehicles that are desired is such that pretty soon we're going to exceed our ability to provide a pilot per one vehicle.
When we come back, solutions to staying ahead. Robot wars get one step closer.